Hello, everybody. Thursday, Thursday,
Oh, good evening.
Friday, near to the weekend, and we do have a lot of rain here. Today is raining. I don't know in Dublin, but here is raining a lot.
Not yet, but I think we'll be at soon.
It's
Because it was very
it's
windy a few minutes ago.
yeah, it's raining a lot. So I hope you all are okay. We keep going here on our spirits book studying. We will start a new chapter on the Spirit's book, which is chapter number 4, Plurality of Existences. So, question 166. Today, we mainly focus,
Reincarnation.
yeah, plurality of existence, reincarnation, yes.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. That's fine. Yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So, let's do our initial prayer. Meanwhile, I can see people are still joining us. Let's do our initial prayer.
sure.
So let's take the opportunity or connections. Okay, Nate. Let's do the.
Yeah.
Can you do the initial prayer?
Yeah. After that, later I cannot guarantee.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's raise our thoughts to the Master Jesus, to the good spirits. Let's connect ourselves with our mentors, with the mentors of the Spirit Society of Ireland, and let's ask them to guide us in this talk today, to bring us good inspiration, good thoughts, and share with us the knowledge that they know, inspiring us for the right and knowledgeable questions. Hope that everyone can enjoy this moment and we can receive this teaching with an open heart and an open mind. God bless us. So be it.
Amen. Okay. Okay. As I said, we're starting a new chapter, chapter number 4 of the Spirit's book. Question 166. The topic is plurality of existence. And as Nate already anticipated, it means reincarnation. And probably we ask to ourselves, and sometimes most of us, we wrongly assume that the word reincarnation was created by Allan Kardec. The answer is no. Allan Kardec did not create the word reincarnation. He created the word spiritism, but he did not create reincarnation. Reincarnation is a old, very, very old word known by a lot of people, religions, and how we can say, like, for example, let me get here. I separated some. Like, for example, we can see this. What is it? We can see this. Um, like, let's start with Ireland, with the Celtics. So, the Celtics, we're talking about civilization uh, before Christ. Okay? No, after Christ. Okay? So, the Celtics used to say, of course, that is not the word reincarnation, but is referring to this. Okay, so the Celtics used to say, uh, they said something. 1 second, let me check. Okay, the Pythagorean doctrine prevails among the ghosts, teaching that the souls of men are immortal and that after a fixed number of years they will enter into another body. See, we can see they mention in the returning to another body in the Celtic paganism. Uh, we saw some evidences in the Vedas. We can see some evidence of reincarnation in the Bhagavad Gita. We can see some evidences uh, even on the Apocalypse written by John Evangelist. And also we see in John 3 1 to 12 the conversation with Nicodemus. We will go through this so we can see we have reincarnation in the Buddhism, uh, the Hinduism, which is the Bhagavad Gita. Uh, we can say the Bhagavad is this. That's a difficult word. Bhagavad Gita states, just as in the body childhood, adulthood, and old age happen to an embodied being, so also he, the embodied being, acquires another body. The wise one is not deluded about this. So, entering another body, reborn again. Let me see. In the Islam, we have some mention about it.
And
Judaism also,
the Egyptians as well.
Egyptian exactly because so the Wicca they do have as well. So it's not new. It's not in a word invented by Allan Kardec. Like we can say in the conversation Jesus had. I think for me, let's use my my example. One of the example I say, hey, Jesus did mention that uh, just don't see those who doesn't want to see, but it's written there. It's clear like water for me, and this is we can find in John 3 1 to 11. Uh, Nicodemus asked Jesus, Rabbi, we know that you are a teacher who has came from God, for no one could perform the signs you are doing if God were not with him. Jesus replied, very truly I tell you, no one can see the kingdom of God unless they are born again. How can someone be born when they are old? Nicodemus asked. Surely they cannot enter a second time in their mother's womb to be born. Jesus answered, very truly I tell you, no one can enter the kingdom of God unless they are born of water and spirit. Flesh gives birth to flesh, but spirit gives birth to the spirit. You should not be surprised at my saying, you must be born again. The wind blows wherever it pleases. You heard its sound, but you cannot tell where it comes from or where it's going to. So it is with everyone born of the Spirit. For me, Stevan, This is a clear statement from Jesus about the reincarnation. And we have many other examples, like John the Baptist was Elias. Then we have when the apostles asked Jesus about the blind guy who has committed. I don't know exactly the word, but mainly they asked to the Jesus why this guy is blind. It was something that he did or his parents did, because they at the time they believed that a child suffered the consequences of mom and their parents' decisions. And Jesus clearly said, neither him nor his parents. Okay, one second, 'cause I think my tea just arrived. Yeah? Right?
Mommy's gonna give you tea.
Okay, thanks. So, so go there. So, and Jesus said, no, no one did. So it's saying that that guy choose for his evolution to born blind. And we will see in the upcoming questions of the Spirit's book why this happened. It's not a matter of today. Today we're just talking about where the reincarnation comes from, where the idea of reincarnations come from, and we start to introduce the topic reincarnation. Okay, why this, why that? Hold on, hold your horses, and we will see in the upcoming episodes. Okay, Nate, you want to say something?
No, for this part, you said well. That is, reincarnation, you said, is not something new. We just have this conception that is a modern thing, but it's much older. Is much older as the human on the planet, and it's part of the culture. And we, like you said, we see since from the beginning of the times. If you study histories and not just religion but history itself, you will see they talk about, of course, maybe the word will be changed. They don't use the word of that we use, reincarnation. Maybe you find it with another word, but the meaning is the same. The belief that we were born again is not so new. It's not a modern conception, a modern vision, but it's something since the humans are on the earth, I think. As if I can say this way.
Yeah.
It is something for. I feel this very comfortable, I can say, because through this we can explain many things. As we will see on the next questions, as the Kardec answer the spirits, and they bring the knowledge, and they bring the answers for the questions. We understand more about why we live the way that we live, why things happen, why there is so much inequality on the earth. Why some few things happen, why they happen. So I believe that this is one of the main character on the Spiritism doctrine that is attracting many people, because we can see exactly why things happen, and because they are explained through the reincarnation, and it's giving us a better understand, and I think it's very comfortable when you see the things and you understand why the things happen. And this are comfortable for the future as well, meaning that we're never gonna die. Of course, the body is gonna you'll be dying, because it's something um, natural, something material, but the spirits, as Jesus said, is is much more. It will continue, and this is amazing. It's
Oh
very
yeah,
comforting to know that.
yeah. And while you were talking, I recall one good example. There is a Brazilian spiritist speaker, Severino Celestino. He's PhD in theology, all this, and he can even say with more property all these reincarnation episodes in the Bible. And he speaks Hebrew. And he was having his class to learn Hebrew. And during some conversation with his professor, which is a Jewish guy, they end up with the religion conversation. And the guy asked him, what is your religion? And he said, oh, I'm a spiritist. Oh, and he said, oh, I love Allan Kardec. And he was surprised because a Jewish person say, I love Allan Kardec. What's going on here? What happened here? And he said, Stevan said, "Oh, I think you believe. No, he asked, do you believe in reincarnation?" And this guy said to him, "No, I don't believe. I know it exists. I don't need to believe because I know it exists." So it is there, you know. Um, Also, we do have a wonderful uh, professor. He already passed away, but he left amazing books talking about reincarnation. He's not a spiritist. He doesn't belong to any religion. He's the Dr. Ian Stevenson. He did a lot of studies and he proved scientifically the existence of reincarnation. So, if you want to go through to a more scientific side, please search in your Google for Ian Stevenson, and then you have a wonderful and reliable material to study. No, we have cases like the boy, one boy, after he born, he was talking with monks, and then they say he was married, he has son, he named the kids, he named the city. He went with his dad in the car, and he's showing the oh, turning here, turning right, turning left, keep going straight away. Boom, they end up in his old house. When he opened the door, he saw, this is my wife, this is my son, this is my son, this is my daughter. And they saying the names, asking for, oh, what about whatever guy. So cases like that, cases like that. Okay.
Yeah, we have today, as I said, if you search, there is even documentaries and few new documents and studies about this one that I think start with him and become more popular. And we have plenty, I think, of material today that we can see. And yes, just the reincarnation can explain because
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was in the comment. But yes, it's plenty of material today that we can study, we can see, of course, serious material, that we can find. And just incarnation can explain many things, as I said before. And it's how you can, like I say, how can a kid, that has never been in that place met that people knew the names and knew all the details so specifically how in these cases. So it's something that sometimes is even is frightening because it's like look like from the other world, but at the same time it's something natural. You
Yeah.
know, the fact that we ourselves, like for example, I don't remember my last incarnation, and I think it's a blessing as we see on the future, on the further at the on the studies, is a blessing because it's better we don't know what we did before and try to focus on the future and to get better, But uh, keep this way, I prefer to
Yeah.
keep this way.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Leah, it is. You spell it right, correctly. Ian Steven is
Yes.
exactly like you did. Ian Stevenson. Yeah. Okay.
And there is
Okay.
another
Emilio,
one,
good to have you here, my friends.
American.
Thank you for joining us.
There is another one that I think is Peter something. I don't remember his name correctly. That he's
Peter.
continuing the studies that
Yeah, this guy,
Ian
this
Stevenson
Peter, I
started.
know he's alive.
He's
Peter,
American one, I think.
Peter Fenwick. No.
No,
Yeah, Peter. Yeah.
it's Peter alguma coisa. It's Peter something. Are you? He's very famous and he has books
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Peter Fenwick.
writing. Friend, okay, yeah, that is good material as well.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So, but after this, let me see here. Regressive therapy would blow our minds. Thank you for spelling. Yeah, great, Leah. Wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, but at the same time, when we talk about the reincarnation, the first thing needs to come up to our mind. Uh, Reincarnation. Without reincarnation, we couldn't see, we couldn't feel, we couldn't imagine God's mercy or God's goodness. Because reincarnation, it is a proof of God's mercy. But why? Because the reincarnation is the opportunity for ourselves to redeem not what we did wrong, but in order to test ourselves. It's like when you are studying. You study at the end of the study, this chapter. You sometimes you do a test. So the test is not to punish you. The test is just to measure what you acquired, which knowledge you acquired. That's the the main reason why we have a test. Okay, otherwise the students think this is a punishment, but no, it's like again, let's use the example we have like in André Luiz book. There are many examples, many. Nady read more books than me, but one it's clear in my mind here. It's the case when André Luiz's mom. This is the book Nosso Lar. When André Luiz's mom said to André Luiz, "Oh, this is going to be our last meeting, last encounter, because I will reincarnate." And he said, "Why? Why are you going to reincarnate, mom?" And she said, "Oh, because uh, while when we were married, on earth, your father had two mistresses, and they are and both are still persecuting your father. That's the reason why your father cannot evolve. He always keep spinning the wheels. So I will reincarnate. He will reincarnate as well. We will get married, and these two spirits from the two women who were his mistress will be our daughters, in order to see if you can seize this row between among them, and we have a love reinstated. Okay, so this is a proof of God's mercy.
And
So
the purpose of the reincarnation, that is to in fact to do this, to allow us to evolve, to allow us to, how to say, not correct, but to learn, what we didn't learn before. Because one existence. Imagine if you okay, you don't believe in reincarnation, you believe that you have just this life, right? Then you live for, let's say, the average today is what, 90 years old. One person can live today, and you can think that, oh, but is a lot of years, yeah. And then, but depends from who you ask. If you ask for someone with 15 years old, 16 years old, a teenager, then you say that 80, 90 years is a lot. If you ask a person with already 70 in your 70s, more or less, they will tell you that 80, 90 years is almost nothing. It's like it's too quick. If they could have more time to do more things they would like to do, to have. So it depends of the point of view, you know. And imagine for a spirit that is eternal. What is 90 years old for an eternity? It's like a second. So, so one incarnation, one life is not enough for us to acquire all the knowledge that we need to evolve. If you, if someone that doesn't believe in incarnation, you know, what is the purpose of life? If you don't acquire all your knowledge in this life, you'll be wasted. It doesn't make too sense. Like if you rational think about it, doesn't make sense. Even if you are a religion person, like how to explain the God mercy if he is allowed to one person to born and be wealthy and blessed with a lot of things in life, and the other one born in a very bad condition and have a life of sickness and suffer. And how to measure, the God of
mhm,
mercy here? For me myself, personal, I could never understand this, you know, before I started study Spiritism and understand the concept and life itself. Like, what is life? What is the purpose of life? And through reincarnation, when I get to this part of reincarnation, and you start to study and you think, the logical side of the reincarnation, it's then that the things start to make more sense for me. It's like more clear, you know, because it's really more, for me. It's more it's easy to understand the God mercy when we use the reincarnation system than to believe that we have just one life. So for me, it wasn't doesn't make any sense. Like, what is God here that allow all this crazy word? But through reincarnation, you can understand how great and how merciful God was when He created the system of the reincarnation. He created us simple and ignorant in a way, I say, without knowledge at all. And we, through the incarnation, we acquire the knowledge and the morality uh, that we need to grow as a spirit, and we keep evolving. You know? How many incarnations we need to evolve? How many, Steven? Do you know? We have this answer.
It's
So,
countless.
exactly,
Or how many
and
incarnations we had, I have no clue.
exactly, and this is the good thing. Like, is knowing that okay, I have time to evolve, to continue grow, and I cannot regret. This is other good thing that the Spiritism uh, taught us. They teach us in the book. When Kardec asked him if he can go back on our uh, evolution, and the spirits say to him, no, the spirits never go back in his evolution. Always they can stuck in the same position for a long time, for centuries, for millennia, forever, but they cannot go back. They always go further.
Yeah.
So, and it depends exclusive of us, of the spirit itself. How, if they want to progress, if they want to go keep going, or if they want to stay. But sooner or later, it's going to evolve.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so it's
But
really good.
we will talk more about the justice of reincarnation when we reach question 171. So probably
Yep.
one or two lives we will reach there. So we will talk about more this justice of reincarnation.
Spoiler.
But huh?
I'm giving some spoilers.
Yeah, yeah, and so let's start after this not brief but long introduction. Let's go to question 166, which Kardec asked: how can a soul that has not reached the perfection during the corporeal life finalize the process of purification? And the spirits answered, by undergoing the trial of a new existence. So, 1 second. I have a question here from Leah.
Yes, I just saw that.
How can I leave a message for my new incarnated self to continue spirituality studies? Have you read on these? Leah, uh, I think you don't need to leave a message because you have conscious about it. You're
You have
already
to.
inside of these, you already in, you're already in the middle of this knowledge, this thing. So you don't need it because you will keep going in your studies. However, uh, we don't know the context of each one life. No, unfortunately, when we are incarnated, we have a narrow view. Okay. Meanwhile, when we return to the spiritual world, probably, I say probably because depends the level why you left here. If you are attached to the material life or not, it all depends on you. But let's say you are okay after this, um, then you have a more broad knowledge of what happened to you, what's their mission, what you need to work. And sometimes in your reincarnatory plan, you say you're happy with spiritism, spiritism, you want to follow, but for this life, for this mission, you need to be a Protestant person. You need to be a Catholic person. or any other religion. You know what I mean? So you still have your base, which is Spiritism. However, in order to accomplish something or some skill, some ability you need to pursue, you need to go to a Christian family in terms of a Catholic or Protestant or whatever. But the message for self, you don't need it because you already have this inside of you. I think I was clear, and I hope you understood the position here. No, you have the conscious all the time there. You know, when you will return to the spiritual world, you will still see your friends. You have conscious about what happened to you. Okay, but in order to keep this message alive, is you today cannot give up studying spiritism. So the best way to let a message for yourself on tomorrow is keep studying today. Okay?
Yeah, that's good. I was
Something
thinking,
right?
yeah, if I discover how to do that, I let you know because you'll be very interested. I wish that I could leave a message for my future self. That look, be careful with this. Don't do this again.
Watch out
Work on
there. Don't
this.
go
You
there.
know, don't do this again because you did this already in last life. So please don't do it again.
Yeah, yeah.
But I understand. Yes, what Steven said is
Use the shortcut.
right.
Don't turn right. Don't turn left. Keep it going. Keep
Yeah,
it straight. You know.
because sometimes,
Yeah,
oh gosh, I wish that I could know what was the message for my past self for me today. I
yeah,
will be a big mistake. But yes, as Esteban said, we have to look in our conscience. I'm sure that when we look inside ourselves, our conscience, we know what is the message. You know
yeah,
what what we have to work on ourselves today, because this is the key point. Is the answer is the answer. Sometimes we look outside. Is no. The answer is within. It's inside of our conscious. And the better thing is, like I said, keep acquire knowledge and try the best to apply, because when we have the knowledge, we have to use it. Because acquire the knowledge, I think, is easy. That's the easy part. You can study like 100,000 of book, know all the knowledge in the world, but how do you apply that? How do you apply your knowledge? That's the key, you know.
yeah,
And we have to do our best to apply what we learn and to be better with ourselves, with our brothers and sisters. And I'm sure that the next life, will be much better than we are now. That's what I hope, and I think all of us will hope. In the next life will be better that we are now, not as a material life, but as a better spirit, a better person. You know.
yeah. Let's
Yes,
add the practice.
practice.
Yeah. So
Exactly. Let's
practice.
practice.
That good point, Leah. Good point. Hold this thought. We will need this here. So they are saying here we need to undergo to new existence. Question 230 supports this for us. Let's go to question 230. 217. Question 230. Can spirits progress while in between incarnation? And the spirit says, always according to their will and desire. Also, we can see question 235. Do spirits progress during their stopover on these transitory words? Certainly, those who gather on them do so with a goal of educating themselves and to more easily gain permission to go to more advanced places. So, when we are in the spiritual world, is a moment of learning, acquiring knowledge. And the practice layer, like you said here, it is when you are incarnated. Again, let's use the analogy. Spiritual world is kind of a school. When you are incarnated here on earth, on a different world, it's the test.
Like an internship.
Yeah,
You come here to practice what you learn there and see what we are able to do and not. Most of the time we discover that that we have to back and practice many times. This is small
exactly.
steps.
Exactly. So this is why we need it. It's you're correctly saying practicing. Practicing all levels. Practicing here when we acquire something new, when we these lives here we have in order to when we learn a lot of things, we exchange our ideas and we kind of sometimes form our opinion. It's practice. Practice is the best way. Okay. So we have a sub question here. Question A: how does the soul accomplish this new existence? Would it be through its transformation as a spirit? In purifying itself, the soul undoubtedly undergoes a formation, but for that to occur, it needs the trial of corporeal life. Again, what we said, we need the we need the incarnation. We need that because we need to evolve. We need to get rid of the pride, selfishness. We need to get rid of these. Okay. And then they have question B: does the soul then have many corporeal existence? Yes, we all live in many lives. So,
Funny question for you, Stevan.
yes.
If you have the access, if you could assess, to know how many lives you had before, would you like to know or no?
Uh, of course, I have curiosity to know who I was, what I did, of course. Um, but I Steve, you asked a personal question. I'm not recommending this to anybody. Okay, I just think this regression, past life regression, just need to apply when, for example, when you have a very bad disease or in a very bad situation, like in a depression, very bad depression. No, uh, for this, just for fun, just to know, oh, what I did, what I was. No, because I don't know what's if you do this with a very bad therapist. This gonna left some open doors that will harm you. We have like good therapists and bad therapists. Like for example, if I do a kind of regression here, and I know in my past life I killed one of my daughters. And the therapists don't work this well enough in my mind. Or no, no, this is a bad example. But let's say my daughter killed me in my past life. Okay, so she killed me. So we all know when we are having these past life therapies, we have the sensation, the feelings, and it not closed, well closed. How I will see my daughter again knowing, oh, you kill me?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Exactly. I think, yeah, have to
but
really careful.
when you have a disease, oh, I have a bronchitis, an asthma, a very serious problem, depression, oh, let's do a regression here in order to thumbs up. But just for fun, no.
Exactly. I think the first question that you have to ask yourself is why and what is the purpose? You know, it's very important. But as you, because before I used to have like I used to be very curious about to know that, like to like for fun. But today, for example, as I joke sometimes, I think if I will do something like that, I have to really understand the purpose for that and to add something for my future. As I said, to understand something to really show me something that will be add to my evolution, to my understanding, my growth. But sometimes I say we forget for a reason, you know. And but I was more specific about the time. For example, how many times I have been incarnating Earth? I don't know. Do I want to know? To be true, no, because I think it's if you, for example, you if someone say to you that Stevan, you have been incarnate 1,050 times in Earth. How you do? How you gonna feel that?
I need to improve a lot.
Yes, you feel
Probably need
frustrated.
another 1,000 to get over this.
Exactly. So you feel frustrated. You'll be like, won't add anything to us. That's why they say that forget is a blessing. Because it's better we stay, you know, focus on the future and on now than on the past. The past was something that we cannot change, but the future, yes, we can change. We can make a better future. So the focus is on always on the future and always evolution further. If you have to
Good
look
point.
back, it have to be for a very important reason, you know. And yes, that's why I understand. I kind of agree and think that is right when they say that is better we don't know.
Sometimes
Exactly.
not knowing is the best thing.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
But again, if you needed this to get rid of anxiety situation, depression, in order to, well, go do it for sure. But why? But you have a purpose because the therapist will only work that situation. They will not open the door and see, oh wow. And most of us we think we were a good person in the past. But if we did not know a good person in the past, what happened? So,
Exactly.
no. Okay. And that's it for today. Next week we go further 167 to 170. Today just to talk about this introduction about the reincarnation is a lot to talk. We will keep talking about the reincarnation here for probably 6, 7 upcoming lives.
It's something that
Okay.
is I particular like to talk about it. So I will have some fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we need to know, because if we say we are spiritists, we must believe in reincarnation. And in order to believe in reincarnation, we need to know the principles of reincarnation. Okie dokie.
Very good.
So let me do the final prayer. So I want to say thank you, everyone who is watching us, who will watch us. Thank you, Kardec Radio. Thank you, Spiritist Society of Ireland, all its mentors, for giving us this opportunity to be here among friends. Let's share these good vibrations to all other brothers who are in need, for all the brothers who are in the reincarnation process, those who are returning to the spiritual world, those who are sick. May this good vibration help them in order to accomplish their mission, in order to become a better person, and at the end, evolve to perfection. So be it. Amen. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Leah, for your patience with us. Thank you, Neidi. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Herminio, thank you. Paulo Salerno also gave us thumbs up. So thank you very much. Okay. I'll see
Thank you,
you
guys.
next Tuesday, because Sunday I think is you, Neidi. Who's gonna give the talk?
Sunday is you.
It's me.
Yeah.
Really?
Oops. Surprise!
Surprise! Surprise! Surprise! Okay.
Hello on
It's me.
Sunday.
Okay, it's me. Okay, so I see you guys on Sunday.
And I will be
Okay?
back next Thursday.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. Have a
Thank you,
nice
guys.
day.
Have a nice
Thank you.
evening.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.